Hey, welcome friends to Scrapping It Up, the 12 Days of Christmas season. Yay! And this is the new album that we are going to start today. Yes, we just got done and finished up the Echo Park Christmas folio that I decorated in the Bewitched collection from Echo Park. And it turned out so cute. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. So now we are going to be making the expandable spine folio. Okay. This is not the expandable spine is not my idea. It's Kathy Orta King's adding Tyvek to cardstock. Terrific idea. And I love it. I love it. Okay, it will make our folios, stand the test of time, and that's, what we need. Okay, so this is a folio. I hope you guys have went to my website, scrappinitup.com. Got the cutting guide. Sorry, I ran out of colored ink. So it's a little distorted, but I hope you guys go over to my website, grab the cutting guide. I will tell you, there may be there's maybe a couple things I might change in this. So if you have your cutting guide, I will let you know what to add to your cutting guide. Because what I'm really thinking about doing, ladies, we have Tyvek and cardstock here. I am really thinking about adding Tyvek right here, okay, to this, because there's quite a bit of weight on this here, and I really think if we added Tyvek here, I really think it would strengthen this up a lot. So I think we'll probably add some Tyvek here. So I will be adding that to the cutting guide, but I will let you guys know, when to add it to your cutting guide, so you'll always have, have the instructions. Okay. Okay. Now I have a dilemma, ladies. You guys gotta help me out. Promise you'll help me out. I'm torn between two different papers that I want to decorate this folio with. I want you guys to vote. Just put it in the comments below at which one that you would like to see me decorate this with. Okay, the first one is Kaiser Craft, and it's travel paper. I'll just quickly thumb through it. Okay. And I want to do this one in travel, because that's, what we most have, a lot of pictures of when we go on a trip. We take a lot of pictures, okay? We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. That's so true. I like that. I like that collage. So I want you ladies to help me. Okay, I'm torn between, I like this paper, but I'm not sold on it. My other choice is paper phenomenon, and I can never say phenomenon. Anyways, it's Kathy Orta King's Flight 2715, and this is the other choice. I'm pretty sure you guys have probably seen, but if you haven't, we'll go through it just real quick. And I want you girls to vote. I want your input on what you would like to see me decorate with. Okay. So there's that. There's the back. I'll just quickly thumb through these, ladies, okay? And if you want to look them up, online, you can. I know Kathy Orta has done some videos. So I'm just quickly thumbing through, ladies. I just don't know which paper pad to use. I'm torn. I just know I want it to be travel. And both these, the Kaiser Craft has 48 sheets, so we got plenty in that. This has 24 sheets, so there's plenty in this. You know, like I said, if you use a paper pack that has little paper, you're going to need 2 paper packs to make this. And then you just cut around, you know, cut around some of this stuff, okay? So give me your opinions in the comment section below of what paper pad you would like to see me decorate this folio in, okay? And if we use the paper phenomenon, you'll be able to order it just right off my website, okay? Because I do have some extras of it. So if you would like to get some, or if you'd like to go to Kathy or to King and order it, you know, that's fine. The Kaiser Craft would be an affiliate link through Amazon, okay? And I would, you know, make enough for a cup of coffee, like I, you know, said in the other one. Okay, so let's get started on this, ladies. But yeah, please put your comments, you know, down below of what you think, okay? Which one that you would like me to make. Okay, so you should have from your cutting guide your piece of Tyvek, which is just your office envelopes. That's all this is. And I would highly recommend Tyvek. Let me get an envelope to show you. It's just an office envelope, okay? You can't tear this stuff. This stuff is amazing. Most of us scrapbookers, in all my hardbound albums, I always use Tyvek. And I have started using them in my folios too. Tyvek or Craftex. So you'll see our next album will have Craftex. So if you're wanting to make that recipe album that's going to be coming up, you will need Craftex, okay? And I do know right now it's a little hard to get a hold of, okay? So this one we're going to use Tyvek. So you should have your piece of cardstock that measures 3.5 by 11. We're going to score on a 3.5 inch side at 3/4. And then we're going to score at 1. Let's see, can't read it. 1 3/4 and 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. And 1 3/4. That gives us a 2 inch. That's what allows for, you know, your photos. Because once you start getting your photos in there, brochures in there from your trip and stuff, I mean, it will start adding up. So I want to make sure I gave you plenty of room to add those photos. Okay, so now I'm just going to, on these score lines you just done, I'm just going to fold over just with my fingers. Okay. Because then we're going to add the Tyvek. And you can either put your Tyvek on the inside or the outside. Totally up to you, okay? I think I'm going to put mine on. And I think, yeah, I said 2 pieces of cardstock, 3.5 by 11. You could put your Tyvek, then add your other cardstock right on top of it. But I'm just going to use 1 cardstock and 1 Tyvek. I don't mind my Tyvek showing. You can always use distress inks to color it. So I don't mind my Tyvek showing. Okay, ladies? Oh, geez, that was smart. That's what I get for playing around. Okay, So I'm going to put my tie back. Let's see. I think I'm going to put my tie back to the inside. So now what you want to do is cover this, and I'm going to use my 2-inch. You're going to cover this whole thing. And I got it crooked. Dang it. Never fails. Oh, ladies. Okay, now if you're using like 1/2 inch tape, you want that tape to, you know, where we scored those lines, you want your tape in that line. Okay, so what you'll do is, here, I'll show you. So like here's my score line right here. I'm going to put my tape right down the middle of that score line. And I need to turn on my other light, ladies. I just noticed it was just a little bit dark in here. All right. So then I'm going to run my 1/2 inch on my other side. And then I'll use my 3/8 to catch the middle. But yeah, where your score lines are, make sure you've got score pile tape right in the middle of those score lines. You don't want your, when you're piecing it in, you don't want those score lines where you pieced it in, okay? Give her a good burnish. Okay, now how I put mine on. I'm going to peel these back a little bit. Because if I try and take all my tape off and then try and put my tie back on, I will have a hot mess. So what I do, take my tape off like that. And grab my tie back and try and line it up without sticking the best that I can. And I got it just a... Okay. And then now I can peel some of this back and kind of push my tie back down. Now I can... Otherwise, if I take the tape completely off and try and do it, I make a mess. It'll get on there crooked and I'll have to recut it again. Give her a good burnish. Now, if you're going to paint this, this is the time now to, however, you know, you want to color it. I have used black magic marker to color it. You don't have to worry about these two here are your 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. That's going to be hid. But your inch here and inch here is not going to be hid. So if you want to, and I will tell you, if you use Distress Inks by Tim Holtz, it will almost always come off on your fingers. And it can be a month from now and you will get ink on your hands. So I don't recommend the ink pads. I have seen people use the re-inkers to do it. I've never tried it myself, ladies. I don't know. Okay, I should try it one of these days. I've heard of people using shoe polish, but I don't mind the white because I'm going to put a strip of cardstock on there, and then what's left, if you don't like it, just grab you a big, let's see, I should have one, just a Sharpie, okay? It works just fine. I've hid my tie back in my spine before with just a black Sharpie. Okay, now we're going to refold on those score lines. Now we're going to burnish. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just reinforcing the score line. And I'm going to do it in the middle. Yeah, so my tie back is going to be on the inside. And like I said, you know, on the cutting guide, I have 2 pieces of cardstock, so you could slap another piece of cardstock right on top of this, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, it's just going to make it a little bit more stiffer. Okay, but that, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to add my tape, and I'm going to stay closer to the folded edge. Now I'm going to stay away from it just a little bit, because that way if my page doesn't go all the way on, it's not, you know, the tape is not going to show. Okay, so I'm staying closer to the scored edge. Okay, do both sides, please. Still see where I buckled that when I was messing around. Oh man. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you're going to taper. I gotta find my scissors. We're going to taper these ends just to the score line. Don't go past that score line, ladies. Okay? Do not go past your score line. It just makes it easier for our page to attach. Okay, now I got a little bit of tie back showing here. I'm just going to trim that off. I don't want any of that tie back showing. Okay. Okay, now you have your front covers and your back covers, okay? And 2 pieces at 8.5 by 11 and 2 pieces 8.5 by 12. The 8.5 by 11, we do nothing to it, but the front, the one that's 8.5 by 12, we are going to score 1/2 inch on each end. Okay, so 1/2 inch on each end. This is, when we put these together, this is what forms our pocket to attach to our binding. All right. So now I'm going to apply my tape to the indented side. On both ends. Okay, on both ends to the indented side. Dropped it. Okay, so now I'm going to fold towards the bumpy side and burnish. And I'm just using Recollections from Michaels, 65-pound weight cardstock. You can use, you know, whatever cardstock that you want. I mean, you can use 80. You can use 110. I wouldn't use 110-pound cardstock for the inside, the folio, because it's going to bulk it up way too much. All right, so now you grab your other 2 front pieces, and we're going to line these up. And I only worry about these 3 sides. This side, we can always trim it to fit. looks like mine's going to be a little bit off. So if yours is a little bit off, grab the other piece of paper because it may fit better on it. Okay? Sometimes that happens and I don't know why. Well, I know why, because paper ain't true straight. And see, I've got a hangover over here, so my paper must not be totally straight. Okay, I'm gonna try my other piece over here. So you can just kind of mess around and see which one fits the best, okay? Because sometimes the paper is not always true straight. Got a little overhang on this one, but I think I can trim it off. It's not. You can always trim a little bit off. All right, so let's get our other one here. Ah, I folded my tape wrong on that one. Ah, boy. Tape side down, ladies. Oh, man. I'm just going to line it up. And this one's off, too. Wow. That is really off. 1 second. I'm going to check this. And it's my underneath paper that is really off. So I'm just going to trim it off. That's crazy. But sometimes it's that way. You got to really watch it. I should have checked it before I started. I just grabbed it. It's 8.5 by 11 piece and rolled with it. So sometimes you gotta watch your cardstock that you're using, because this is 11. I mean, I measured it. It's 11. So my cardstock is off. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna trim this off without getting into what you just attached. You don't want to get into that. That wouldn't be good. I'm probably off camera. And then this side. Wow. That was really off. Okay, let's check this one. I think I had a little bit of trimming to do on this one too. Just trim her off. Sorry about that, ladies. I should have checked that before I started, instead of assuming that it was going to be straight. Alright, so now what you do, this is going to fit inside here. It should fit. Okay, I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take both my pieces off. And this is why we taper the edges, because it allows for easier getting it in there. Well, I say that. Okay. Now the other one. I just open it up just a little bit and slide it. I double check before I take any of my tape off. That way, if I've got to make a new one, I can make a new one. Okay? Ooh. Well, that went skitty a pooping. And I just kind of slide it on. Make sure I've got it even up top and bottom. That's going over my score line just a little bit, ladies. Don't stick yet. That probably did. Just making sure getting a good stick on that. And when you fold it in half, it should be the same. Okay? Okay, there's our cover, ladies. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so make sure that you vote on, I'm trying to grab the papers. Make sure you vote on which paper line that you would like to see me decorate this in. Okay, and this is video number 1 of this series of the Expandable Spine album. So I will read your comments on this to know which paper pack I'm going to be using, ladies. So hey, thanks for watching. Happy scrapping. Bye-bye.